Hello, my name is Yuyang Chen. I'm a graduate student at the University of Toronto. I want to talk about a project in which we searched for young radio transients in two ongoing sky surveys, the VLASS and the VCSS. The VLASS is the VLA sky survey observing at 3 gigahertz, while VCSS is the V-Light commensal sky survey observing at 340 megahertz. Both of these are programs on the VLA and are conducted simultaneously, which is unique because they combine to provide simultaneous spectra from 340 megahertz to 3 gigahertz. So the first thing we do for this project is identify the transients, and we do this by searching for sources that did not exist in previous radio surveys. So an example is shown here, which you can see a transient detected in VLASS and VCSS, but did not exist in MVSS. The second part of this project is actually identifying potentially young transients. And to do this, we follow the concept that synchrotron radiation from young transients are optically thick at low frequencies due to self-absorption. And we apply this concept and we identify transients that are potentially young by looking for those that have a positive spectral index between 240 megahertz and 3 gigahertz. Overall, we found 71 young transient candidates from this method. 26 of them were actually observed again by VLASS roughly 1,000 days after their initial discovery, and 25 of those were still bright after all those days. So this proves that these transients were likely young when they were initially discovered. And from some preliminary searches, we found that none of the 71 candidates we found were associated with transients reported at other wavelengths, which means that all of these candidates are likely unique to radio wavelengths. And we found that 9 of our candidates were associated with centers of galaxies that are not AGNs, and they're likely, they're extremely bright, and they're likely associated with transients that produced a jet. And we found one transient candidate associated with a nearby star that is likely a nova. And overall, our findings demonstrate the potential of radio sky surveys in exploring the transient sky, and also the potential of our method in extracting young radio transients from a single epoch of observation based on spectral properties at the low frequency. Thank you for listening.